Hey guys, UrbanSuburban here. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a little while, but I got another video for you tonight. This is the other knife I was talking about in my last video for the SOG Northwest Ranger. This is the knife that I picked up along with that one. And as you can see, it is a SOG Griptilian. Actually, the Mini-Griptilian to be exact. I'll zoom out here. It looked kind of big there, but it's a mini. Look at that. Yeah, it's a mini. That's the model is the 556. It's the very basic version, black handled, satin blade, drop point. This is my first Benchmade. I've been putting off buying Benchmades for a long time. I always thought they were kind of expensive, and they are. But after I picked up my Spyderco Paramilitary 2, which I actually for a while thought maybe the last folding knife that I would buy, at least for a number of months, and clearly it hasn't been. I realized that, you know what, you like almost everything in life, you get what you pay for. Not that there aren't good, less expensive knives, because there are, and I own quite a few of them. There's some really good, quite affordable Kershaws, and some SOGs, and some of the Spydercos are actually very affordable, and they're all good knives. But for the most part, you do get what you pay for. This was, I paid about $100 for this, and man, is it ever worth it. This thing is, I gotta say, I'll get into the reasons why, but this may be, I don't know if it's my favorite folder. It's right up there for sure. But I think it's my funnest, and I'll explain that later. I have a lot of fun with this knife. And anyone that has a Griptilian, and there are a ton of people out there that do, will know exactly what I'm talking about. But let's get into the specifics here real quick. Just get over some of that stuff out of the way there. So anyway, like I said, black handle, satin finish, drop point version, plain edge. This is has a blade length of 2.9 inches, which is what makes this the mini. So just under a 3-inch blade. It's got a 0.1 inch thick blade, so quite a stout little blade on this thing. I really like it. It's a flat grind on here starting, you can see, if you don't look at my nice fingerprints there, you can see where the grind starts, about halfway down the blade, and it's from there down it's a flat grind. They do have versions, their sheepfoot blade has a hollow grind, but the drop point is a flat grind, and I like this one. Blade steel, it says on here somewhere, very, very tiny, if that'll focus there, just by the thumb stud. Probably not, probably too close. There we go. 154 cm. Really, really, really good steel. A hard steel Rockwell on this is a 58 to 60. I haven't had to sharpen this thing yet, but I do have another 154 cm blade. One of my 511 blades, or my only 511 blade, is a 154, and I have sharpened that, and I really don't find it too bad. I mean, yeah, it's going to take you a little more longer than say an 8CR13 MOV, but it's going to hold that edge a lot longer too, and man, do these come sharp. So this is the edge basically right out of the box, and I have been using this for probably, I want to say 3 weeks now. I've been carrying, this is the only folder I've been carrying in that time, so it's got a fair amount of use on it already. Handle material they call Velox. It's basically an FRN, some sort of reinforced plasticky nylon thing, which for a $100 knife you would think, where's the G10? But I actually like this material. It's got this molded in sort of stippling, not really a checker pattern, but I guess more of a stippling, some jimping molded into it, top and bottom, and I really like it. It's really comfortable. Some people complain that these knives are a little bit thicker than some of the other ones, wider, but I just find it gives you it just feels good in your hand. You don't feel it's rounded. It's just really, the ergonomics on this thing are fantastic. I really, really like it. And on top of that, I like the weight. About 2.5 ounces, so just a really nice weight to have in your pocket. You don't even notice that. I played with the full-size grip when I got this, and I decided on this one because I have a fair number. A lot of the knives I bought recently are, I would call full-size or plus-size EDCs, and I want to sort of round out my, I guess almost more of a traditional EDC size, sort of the sub 3-inch. So I grabbed this, and I'm very happy with it. Pocket clip. If it'll focus there. It's got Benchmade stamped into it. Of course, that's upside down. There we go. Right there. Black paint, very strong, but works really good. You can see I've even got some chips in here already from wear, but that's fine. I mean, this is basically just painted, so that's going to happen. It is reversible, tip up only. Most people are okay with that. If you're not, then maybe you're not going to like this knife. But I can't think of any other reason you wouldn't like it. As you can see, dual thumb studs. This is a thumb stud opener. The sheep's foot is a deployment hole like Spyderco's. This one has the thumb studs. Really nice thumb studs, actually. You can see there, sort of a 3-step design, and then hollowed out. I guess they're removable. Looks like a maybe that is a Torx in there. Either a Torx or a Hex. It's so small it's hard to tell inside there, especially looking through the viewfinder. Pivot screw there is adjustable, and like all, or well, maybe not all, but almost all Benchmades, the access lock, and that is what makes this thing fun. Of course, with the thumb studs, you got your traditional thumb stud opening, which is really fast, really smooth. No problems there. Anyone that uses thumb studs or likes thumb studs, you're going to like the way this thing deploys. Just super smooth. But what makes it really fun is this access lock. Axis, if I can say it. Axis lock. Right here. So basically all you do, it's dual-sided. Pinch, pull it down, and that frees the blade. There's no detent or anything there to hold it. It basically swings free. There's just friction. And because of that, once this thing, break it in a little bit, it came, like a lot of knives, rather stiff, but it is broken in. And once it's broken in, you got your option of your thumb deployment with the thumb studs, which is really nice, or just deactivate that access lock, get a little wrist flick, and she pops open like nothing. Unbelievable. And you can close it that way too. So that's where the fun comes in. You can sit here all day, open, close, open, close, open, close. And I have done that a lot. If you have a desk job, yeah, this gives you something to do. Just so smooth. And that's, I think, where the price comes in. Well, the 154 cm blade, and just how smooth this thing is. You can see into the access lock there. Here's your stop pin, nice big stop pin. You just pull that down to disengage. You can see the access lock bar moving in there. Opens up, pop that up, and that locks it in place. No play whatsoever, side to side, front to back, nothing. This thing is like a rock. And while we got here, you can see nice run of jimping on the blade, and then actually through the handle here as well, which is nice. And then even the liners, this does have steel liners in the bottom here. It just feels great in the hand. It is fantastic. So, ooh, that was a little hard there. So like all my EDC style blades, I put it through my normal run of tests. Of course, you gotta do the old paper test there, and like I said, this thing came just razor sharp, fantastic. Cut paper, no problem, and that's after using this thing for about 3 weeks. Then I had to do the old paracord test. No problems there at all. Of course, I mean, you know it's not gonna have a problem with paracord. Cut the paracord, sliced up some cardboard. I've done that actually quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. We got a lot of cardboard around the house, and I've been slowly throwing into the recycling bin, which you gotta cut most of it up first. But I did some more tonight, and again, still no problems. Cuts through the cardboard like nothing. Then I did I also did the cutting of the zip ties, which I like to do just to show how it'll go through a little bit harder material, a little harder plastic, that sort of thing. And again, no problems, and like I knew it would. Anyway, guys, like I've said, and I think I made it clear, this is a fantastic blade. In Canada here at Cabela's, it was $99.99 plus tax. I checked at Blade HQ for our American friends, and they have it for surprisingly $89.25, I believe. So only a $10 difference, which is actually for us up here pretty good. Usually it's a little more than that, but so with tax and everything, you're looking around $100. I'm sure you can find it cheaper on sale. It'll be cheaper. Like I said, there are a number of variations of this. Comes in the fully plain edge like this, a partial serrated. Both of those also come in a blackened blade. There's a number of handle colors. Then there's also the sheep's foot that comes in blackened or the polished, as well as in the partially serrated. And then there's even a tanto version. So there is literally dozens of variations in this when you mix in the different handle colors, the 6 different blade styles, I guess. There are tons. And then Benchmade likes to come out with sprint runs every once in a while, where you can get just all kinds of things. And if you're really into wanting an individualized Benchmade, you can go to their website and have them do a custom knife for you. Now, I guess it'd be semi-custom, but you go to their site and basically build your knife. They have a couple different models of the full-size Griptilians, the Mini, I think the Mini Barrage, and maybe one other. I think you have 4 options, and then you can pick not only your handle colors, you can pick both of them different if you wanted to do that. One's left and right, different or the same. They got about a dozen different colors. Whether you want the satin or black blade, thumb studs, if it's a thumb stud blade, axis lock, and liners even you can pick, whether you want them blackened or polished, or sorry, satin. And then you have your choice of, I believe, 4 different blade steels. So the base price is the 154 cm. They have D2, I think N680, which is a really stainless super steel, and then the S30V. So 4 blade steels, 2 colors, 4 different blade styles or patterns, about a dozen different handle colors, choice of pocket clips, this one or their split arrow pocket clip, and then on top of that you can get the blade engraved. Whatever text you want in there, either side, both sides. You can get a picture engraved like their logo here, whatever picture, patterns, so really you can really customize it. Now the more you do, the more it costs, but I priced one out today where I had some text on one side of the blade, sheep's foot blackened, all the hardware blackened, colored handle scales, and a D2 steel, and it was, I think, $145, and that was for the full size grip, so not too bad. It's really actually, for a customized knife, I'd say quite affordable, and I can see myself doing that in the very near future. But anyway, guys, trying to keep this under 20 minutes for sure. So I'll give you one more close-up here of this beautiful knife. I'm definitely going to be getting another Benchmade, probably a Griptilian. I think I'm going to get a full size yet, maybe with the sheep's foot, the modified sheep's foot blade, just so it's a little different. But just, it's gonna, whatever it is, it's gonna have the access lock, because in my opinion, by far, that's the best part of these. It's just so fun, so smooth. Man, just a great blade. But anyway, guys, this has been the Benchmade Mini-Griptilian Model 556. This is Urban Suburban signing out. Have a good night, guys.